Hello, friends, and welcome. I'm Cari, and I'm so grateful you could join me on your mat today. I invite you to gently roll onto your back, finding a comfortable position as you bring one hand to your heart and one on the abdomen. Feet can stay on the mat hip distance, or option to bring soles of feet together, letting the knees gently drop open any amount. Close your eyes as you start to come into these present moments. Being in these moments can be easier said than done. Yes, we're physically on our mat, but our minds may be full of to-do lists and thoughts about what comes after practice. It's okay. Be gentle on yourself and simply start by shifting some of your attention to your breathing. Noticing our breath is a gentle way of helping our nervous system start to experience calm. As you shift more attention to your breath, see if you can begin to find even inhales and exhales, in and out of the nose as much as possible, but start and stay with what feels most comfortable in your body today. Continue drawing awareness to your breath, bringing arms at your sides, palms face down, knees together and feet on the mat. Now bringing feet as wide as the mat, gently drop the knees to one side and then the other, starting to bring awareness to our body. Continue at your own pace. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. Relax your jaw and face. Coming back to center, bring the right ankle to left knee. Stay here for a gentle hip stretch or hold behind the left leg, drawing knee into chest. Breathe. Option to add a hamstring stretch by extending the left leg any amount. Breathe. Release, and we'll do the same thing on the other side. Bringing your left ankle to right knee, stay here or draw the right knee in toward your chest. Option to extend the right leg up for a gentle hamstring stretch. Release. Draw just the right knee into the chest now for a gentle ankle circle, one way and then the other. Spread the toes, flex the feet. Release, drawing the left knee in, ankle circles on the other side. You can hold behind the thigh or hands can rest on your shins. Release, drawing both knees into the chest, gently rocking side to side. Little back massage. Release, and gently roll to your right to come up, finding your way to hands and knees. Wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. Bring your hands slightly in front as you shift forward, hugging elbows to ribs, lower to the mat. Lift the chest for cobra, all 10 toenails stay on the mat. Inner thighs spin up, release, and press up to hands and knees, bringing hips to heels for child's pose. Arms extended, lift through the forearms, breathe, reconnect with your breath here. Tuck the toes and gently stretch back to downward facing dog. Knees bent for our first one. Maybe bicycle the legs to warm up, bending one leg and then the other. Keeping the knees bent, arms shoulders distance, feet hip width. Dropping the knees, coming back to child's pose. Reconnect with your breath. Coming up, let's shift forward, hugging elbows to ribs, lowering to the mat. Bringing forearms in front for Sphinx pose. Draw in the belly to protect the low back. tailbone drawing to backs of knees. Release and rest. Coming back up onto the forearms, clasp your hands in front. Keep drawing in the belly for little kicks. One side and then the other. Flex the foot to protect the knee. Kick, kick, and down. Kick, kick, and down. Just continue at your own pace. Release and rest. Hands by low ribs, lift the chest for cobra. And tuck the toes, coming to hands and knees and stretching back to downward facing dog. Arms, shoulders distance, feet hip width. Knees bent, maybe bicycle the legs. And as you're ready, you can press the outer thighs back, heels towards the earth. They never have to touch. Keep the neck relaxed, biceps by ears. Gently turn to look under your left shoulder, back to center, and then turn to look under your right shoulder. Back to center, look forward, bend the knees, step to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Reach up and bring hands to heart. Now finding Tadasana at the top of the mat, feet hip width or toes together, heels slightly apart. Take a moment to check in. On your next inhale, nice long smooth breath as you reach the arms up, and exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hinge from the hips, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen, lift. Step back into plank pose. We're going to stay here for a round of breath. Knees can be up or down. Breathe. Shift forward, lowering through chaturanga. Lift the chest for cobra, maybe a higher cobra. Tailbone reaching to backs of knees, and tuck the toes, stretching back to downward facing dog. Breathe. Look forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale as you reach up, and exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hinge from the hips, forward fold. Lengthen, lift. Step back into plank, lowering through chaturanga. Knees can be up or down. Lift the chest for cobra or up dog, and stretch back to downward facing dog. Nice work. Take a moment to reconnect with your breath here. On your next inhale, gently lift the right leg back and up, bringing the knee and shin to the mat for pigeon pose. Flex the right foot, left leg extended out behind you, toes on the mat. Stay up or head can rest on your hands or on the mat. And if pigeon doesn't feel like an option in your body today, please roll onto your back and take figure 4 like we did at the beginning of practice. Both are perfect and great hip openers. Draw your left hip toward the mat, maybe putting a blanket under your right hip to keep the hips level. Breathe here and just start to let everything rest. Gently come up and bring your left forearm onto the mat. Reach the right arm up for a gentle twist. Maybe lift the back leg and maybe even reach for the back foot. Look up, breathe, release, and stretch back to downward facing dog. Maybe shake out the leg here a little bit. On your next inhale, reach the left leg back and up, drawing in the knee and shin to the mat for pigeon pose on the other side. stay up or bring your head to rest on your hands or the mat. Remember, figure 4 is also an option. We'll stay here for a few rounds of breath. Allow yourself to melt into the mat, releasing tension throughout the body. Gently come up and bring your right forearm onto the mat, reaching the left arm up, maybe reaching for the back foot. Breathe, gentle twist, release, and once again stretch back to downward facing dog, shaking out that leg. Breathe here. We're going to flow, inhale, plank pose. Breathe through chaturanga. One more up dog or stay with cobra. And stretch back for our final downward facing dog. Breathe. As you're ready, come through and sit. And we'll roll onto our backs and set up for bridge pose. Ankles under knees, arms at your sides, fingers reaching to heels. On your next inhale, gently lift the hips, stretching out the front of the body. Exhale, release. Option to add the arms. Inhale, lift the hips as you reach the arms overhead. Stretch the front of the body. Exhale, release. Inhale, lift the hips, maybe the middle back, upper back. Breathe and release. One more bridge, reaching arms overhead, stretching the front of the body, and release. Bringing soles of feet together, one hand on your heart and one hand on your abdomen. Allow your knees to drop open any amount. Take some nice long breaths here, releasing any tension you're still feeling in your body or mind. And we're going to move into one last hip opener. Bringing right ankle to left knee, you can stay here or drop the right foot to the left for a deeper twist. Maybe looking over your right shoulder. Continue to breathe. Coming up, we'll do the same thing on the other side. Bring your left ankle to your right knee. Stay here or gently bring your left foot onto the earth. Gentle twist, maybe looking over your left shoulder. Bring your knees into your chest one more time for a hug of compassion. Fantastic work today. We'll move into our final resting pose now, Shavasana. Feet flop open, arms at your sides. Start to come into natural breathing and just let everything melt into the mat. As this is our last practice of 2023, and in just over a week we will enter a new year, I'd like to leave you with a blessing. In my role as pastor, I always close a service with a blessing, with the intention that we are blessed to be a blessing, just as we cultivate calm, love, and light together on our mat, with the intention of taking this with us into the world. Gently start to reawaken your body, maybe some wrist circles or ankle circles. As you're ready, bring your feet to the mat and roll onto your right, coming up to a seated position. And we'll close with 3 collective breaths and a blessing. Inhale. As you reach the arms up, may the Lord bless you and keep you. Inhale. May the Lord shine his face upon you and be gracious to you. Inhale. May the Lord turn his face toward you and bring you peace. Amen. Many blessings, friends, and namaste. If you've enjoyed our practice, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, share us with your friends, like our content, and consider a donation so we can continue to spread this love to all beings everywhere. Blessings, friends.